Alright, can the DJI RS5 use the tracking module from the DJI RS4 Mini or the RS4 or RS4 Pro, because they all have a previous version of it? Can it track objects? Can the DJI RS5 track objects? And how does it measure up to things like the DJI RS4, the RS4 Pro, or the RS4 Mini? Today I'm going to answer all those questions because I got a lot of questions after my last video, and easiest thing to do is just give you a look, show you. Alright, editing Alex here. Just a quick PSA to say, by no means am I a gimbal expert. I rarely use gimbals. I do use them, but the majority of my stuff is either handheld or on sticks. I do use a gimbal, but very rarely, so I am not great at using one. Just keep that in mind when you're watching the rest of the video. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, so first off we have, can the DJI RS5 use the tracking module from the RS4 Mini or any of the other ones that have that tracking module? Simple answer is yes, but with caveat. They pretty much are exactly, it's the same case, looks the same size, everything looks fine. So this RS4 Mini's tracking module fits on to the RS5 exactly. They're exactly the same casing, they're exactly the same magnets, it just drops on there exactly the same. The difference and the caveat is that it will not do a lot of the things that this one will do. If you look on, it's a very, just one word different, but this is the intelligent tracking module, and this one for the RS5 is the enhanced intelligent tracking module. So it has the extra features. I don't know what they've got in here, if it's just software or if it's extra hardware, but with this one from the RS4 Mini, we can only do tracking, and it will track exactly how it tracked on the RS4 Mini. You don't get enhanced capabilities because I guess it's just using whatever is inside there. You pop it on top, it comes up on the camera screen of the RS5 saying the intelligent tracking module has been connected, but when you try and swipe right to go into the camera view, it doesn't have that. It just brings up the menu for if you want it to frame it in the center or if you want to keep this framing, and it comes up with the options menu, but it does not come up with the camera view, and you cannot select and highlight people and click on them all from that screen. But it does do the tracking. It won't do the tracking as good because I guess the enhanced is better than the intelligent tracking module. So if you wanted the tracking that is the best and you wanted to be able to select it all on the screen, you have to buy the module that comes with it. So do what I did and get the combo kit, which comes with the enhanced intelligent tracking module. Now somebody else was asking, do you think that this RS4 Mini tracking module will in the future get the same capabilities as the RS5 Pro's enhanced intelligent tracking module, giving the RS4 Mini the same kind of tracking capabilities as the RS5? I don't think so. I think that it is hardware based, and I think that the hardware and the gimbal and the screen, coupled with whatever hardware they've put inside the intelligent tracking module, will be different. I don't know. I could be wrong, so take what I say with a pinch of salt, but I think there's a hardware software combo which you could put the software in this, but you wouldn't have the hardware. Just my opinion. Don't know. Okay, so there's one thing we could try quickly. Maybe let's try putting the enhanced intelligent tracking module on to the RS4 Mini and see if anything does actually work. Let's give it a whirl. Alrighty, so I got the RS4 Mini here with my FX30 balanced on there, and here is the tracking module for the RS5. Fits on just great. Alright, so at the minute, when I put it on there, it sits on there, it fits perfectly, but it still says no video input. So I don't know if that's just that I need to maybe update the RS4 Mini. Okay, editing Alex here again. Since this video was first shot, I did realize my mistake with the RS4 Mini and how to get it to use the RS5 enhanced intelligent tracking unit. All I needed to do was upgrade the firmware. I thought I'd upgraded it, obviously hadn't. As soon as I did, it snaps on and it lets you put the RS5's enhanced intelligent tracking module onto the RS4 Mini, and then it does have slightly expanded functionality. It basically tracks the same as before, but with the added bonus of cars and animals being added, but with the huge caveat that the screen does not work. You can swipe right and you still just get the menu as you would if you put the regular intelligent tracking module, the little grey one that came with the RS4 Mini, on there. But now it adds these extra things of cars and animals, but without that screen, it's almost a mute point. It's not very useful. You can just click the button to track them, click the little trigger button on there, and it will start tracking them, but it will just choose a random point. And with cars, it almost feels like it picks the back of the car or some random place on the car. So for me, I wouldn't advise buying that module to put on your RS4 Mini. I don't think it's that great, to be honest. Just stick with the one that's on there or upgrade to the RS5. Anyway, that's just my personal opinion. Back to the video. Okay, next I saw a few people asking, can it track objects? Yes, it tracks objects just fine. Sometimes it will not bring a box up around them to identify them. With people, animals, cars, it generally puts a little green triangle above it, and you can just quickly tap on it, and you can use the scroll wheel to scrolling left and right to select which one of the things it's identified as possible tracking targets. You can use the scroll wheel to scroll through them and then start tracking that particular object. So sometimes if it's an obscure object, you need to draw a box around it, and you just click on the screen, drag a box around the thing, and then it finds it straight away. There is a clock on the wall just here behind me. It wouldn't identify that on the screen, but I dragged a box around it and it just tracked it just fine. Okay, so as far as the object tracking and going over 35mm, yes, in my brief looking at this and checking a few different focal lengths and object tracking, or tracking several objects, it does look like that if you are over 35mm or thereabouts, tracking an object can get a little bit janky, because on the screen of the gimbal itself, the thing looks pretty much smack bang in the center, but on the actual screen of your camera, it doesn't keep the framing and looking exactly the same. I'm gonna do a more in-depth video on this where I can have more time to just go through it all and you know, look and check and make a whole bunch more tests, I guess, to make sure. But just straight off the bat, it does look like object tracking is a bit janky at the moment. Hopefully that's something they could fix in a software update. So I've also seen a lot of people asking, when is the date of the release for the RS5 Pro? And honestly guys, I don't know. I don't have any special insider knowledge. I did not get this early because I am somebody special in the industry. I definitely didn't get it because I'm not even over 1,000 subscribers, but it's just because China released it earlier than everywhere else in the world. It was just a, you know, unique opportunity to get the drop on all of those other bigger players in the YouTube scene. That was it. But I have seen it is rumored for sometime in February. So like mid to end of February, RS5 Pro should be released. I'm guessing that's a great opportunity for them, because it's as soon as everybody's just gone out and bought the RS5, they'll hit you with the RS5 Pro and make people want to upgrade. I am guessing. Either way, just have to wait and see. Okay, so somebody else is asking, how is the weight compared to the previous RS4 range? Now, the RS4 Mini is 570 grams lighter than the RS5. Quite a difference. Not sure how that will work in practicality, although it should make a noticeable difference because you cannot fly as much heavy stuff on the RS4 Mini, and it doesn't have all the places to attach any like extra focus motors and all that stuff. So probably that would make a reasonably noticeable difference, although I don't know if you're using it over a long time, it might still get a bit of a pain in the end. Now, the RS5 is 0.06 kilograms heavier than the RS4. Pretty sure you wouldn't even notice the difference on that. And the RS5 is 0.2 kilograms less heavy than the RS4 Pro. So that's like, what, 200 grams? Not sure in practical use how much difference that would make. That would all depend on what all the extra stuff you're putting on there, the camera setup, the lens. But I would say in practical terms, probably with any of them apart from the RS4 Mini, it's not going to make any much of a noticeable difference, and you probably wouldn't even care. Just my opinion. Anyway, there you go. That is it. Just wanted to make a quick video to answer a lot of the questions which I saw in the comments section. I will make a more in-depth video on the object tracking, so look out for that in the future. If you like these kind of filmmaking tips and you want more, you know where to find me. Couple buttons down there, like and subscribe, give them a whirl. Till next time guys, peace.